or they've done all the time that the state's ever going to ask for, and they don't need to be sitting in jail anymore, or they've just proven that they have an address or whatever it is that they're going to go to that the judge wouldn't let them out initially for. And so we've really decreased the number of people who are in jail on a regular basis, on a daily basis. I think it went from, before we started the program, about 164, 65 on a daily basis. I think I saw in the paper yesterday or today it's like 132. And that's just in trying to move people through the system faster. So that's been really a very successful thing. So those are programs that I've initiated that I want to kind of watch and make sure things happen on. Tell you the things that we still need to work on is I do think we need a lot more mental health treatment. I think we need a lot more mental health funding so that we can actually make sure that people do get the treatment they need before they get into the system. Unfortunately, we've had people who somebody tried to commit them to a psychiatric hospital and there wasn't a bed, and so the judge wouldn't commit them. And so they went out and they committed crimes, pretty serious crimes, because they didn't get the mental health treatment they needed. And that's just a disgrace for our state. It's very sad that our largest mental health hospital pretty soon is going to be the Iowa Medical and Classification Center for the state of Iowa. And that's just not how the state should be. And that's one of the things that I really want to keep working on as much as I can locally, as well as trying to convince the state legislature to put more money into that. The other thing is you've probably heard about there's racial disparity in the criminal justice system from the federal level, the state level, all throughout the country. And that's something we've been working on. It's not a simple problem. It's not simple, doesn't have a simple solution. But since becoming county attorney, we've started what we call the DMC meeting, or the Disproportionate Minority Contact meeting. And we started out focusing on juveniles because we thought if we can keep juveniles out of the system, that's a much better way to keep them from getting involved in the adult criminal justice system. And that's been very successful. There's still more programs, still more that needs to be done, but it's like we started somewhere, we've seen some gains. That's working with police, working with juvenile court service, juvenile court officers, working with the judges, trying to make some changes and look at what's going on. So I really want to keep working on that. We're working on the adult system now, trying to look at some really kind of where can we really make some changes in the whole system. And it's not, like I said, it's not an easy solution, but that's one of the things. I think, so those are kind of, how I got into this job. Probably talked longer than you were planning on, but that's kind of my interest. Just to tell you about myself, too, I've lived now in Iowa City for 37 years. I feel really old, but I have a daughter who's a sophomore in high school. I volunteer at a lot of different things. As I mentioned before, volunteering with RVAP and DVIP, Rape Victim Advocacy Program, Domestic Violence and Intervention Program. Now I'm in charge of free lunch, which I think this group actually serves. Is that right? Does anybody here do free lunch? If anybody wants to volunteer, I'm in charge on Saturday. It's the first time we're going to get to be in 1105 Gilbert Street, which I'm happy to say I got to work on for the county and work on that sale. That was one of the really fun things as county attorney I got to do. And I'm so excited about not having to go into a place where we're going to have to search for an outlet that works to be able to serve free lunch. So anybody who wants to help there, we're kind of looking for some more volunteers. So anyhow, so that's kind of why I got into this, what my priorities are, making sure that we're protecting people, making sure that the criminal justice system addresses the needs of the people who come in contact with it, and really to make sure people are safe. I want to continue to be a voice for victims, and that's one of my goals.